welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. How you doing? I don't know what inspired me to do this. I just fancied doing something a little different, a little pop of colour, and I guess I couldn't decide which colour I wanted to go with, so I just did one of each. So yeah, this is what I created. I just first off just want to quickly mention I'm really not very proud of my last video I put up. I didn't like the content, the editing, the lighting. So I'm probably going to take that down and refilm the smoky eye look because I hold myself to a higher standard. And yeah, so anyway, I'm rambling on. Stay tuned for that. Comment below what you want to see next for sure. Like, subscribe, please follow me on my Instagram. I have 2 Instagram accounts. Follow either one you want. And if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Cute! Thirsty. Red Gatorade really is the best. Alright, let's get into it. I've already done my brows because we all know that struggle. I am gonna go and carve out my brow. I'm using the Maybelline Master Conceal. I'm just gonna pop some on the back of my hand. Carve out the brow. Something so satisfying about carving out the brow. Love these fairy lights, they look so cute. I'm not going to do it every time because I'm going to be completely honest. Took me quite a while. And it's still not perfect, but you know, I'm not perfect if you haven't noticed already. I'm just going to dib dab that in. Does anyone remember dib dabs? Like the lollipop in the sherbet. I wonder if we just got that in England. Loved those. Alright, now I'm going to set my lid using a fluffy brush and I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Fair. It says on the package Fair Clair. I think this is French, but in my head whenever I read it I go Fair Clair. Fun fact of the day, I guess. Oh gosh, Hayley. So I'm just dabbing this powder in, like so. So literally the other morning, I just woke up and decided I wanted to do one eye green and one eye purple. And that's exactly what happened. I thought it looked kind of cool actually. I was digging it. Oh my god. Coops, if you ever hear this dog, this is my puppy Cooper, and he's barking at probably nothing. Can you stop barking so I can film, please? Okay, I'm going to start on this side of my eye. I'm going to do the purple first. I'm actually first going in with this makeprevolution palette. It looks like something you would use as like a child growing up, but they're actually really good. I'm gonna start off with this lavender shade. I'm gonna really try to just take this just slightly above the crease because lately I've been taking it way too high and it just doesn't look as neat as I'd like it to. Please excuse this guest appearance right here. Okay, then I'm going to deepen up that shade. I'm going in with this Urban Decay single eyeshadow. I believe it's called Flash. I'm just going in with this Urban Decay blender brush. And I'm going to go further into that crease, just deepen up that colour, starting to focus it slightly on the lid. Just going to use some little tapping motions, just to really deepen up this outer edge. just going to go back in with that fluffy brush and just soften up the edges slightly. Really trying not to take it too high. I'm then going to go in with the Jaclynhill palette. Look at what happened to this eyeshadow. My nail got caught in it. I was so sad because, you know, when you get something new, you try and like keep it so nice. Or like when you get new trainers, you try and keep them so clean, and then like the first scuff happens and it all goes downhill from there. That's alright. Well, anyway, I'm going in with that purple shade and I'm just focusing it on the very outer edge of my eye. Just pressing it in. Start to focus that in the crease as well. Just really intensify the purple. I'm going to go back into that Makeup Revolution palette and go back in with this lavender shade right here. I'm just going to focus this a little bit on the inner corner. I'm just using a fluffy brush because I just want to sweep this colour over the eye. Just for an extra pop, I'm going to go back in with the Jaclynhill palette and use this gold shade right here. And I'm just going to lightly tap it on that inner corner just to give it a little pop of shimmer. Purple eye, half done. Right, and then I'm going to go on and do the green side. I'm going to go back in with the Makeup Revolution palette and I'm going to start with this like minty green. I'm going to focus that with the fluffy brush and I'm just going to pop that in the crease. Not sure even what to call this makeup look yet, so I don't know, I just sat down and fancied doing it, so you know. Just focusing it in the crease like so, and then I use a lighter hand as I sweep it up to my brow. Then I'm going to go back in with that Urban Decay little blender. I'm going to go in with the next shade of this Makeup Revolution palette right here. And I'm just going to go further into that crease. And then I'm going to go back to that Jaclynhill palette and I'm just going to use this beautiful like aqua green shade and I'm going to use that to deepen up the outer V of my eye. I'm just going to go back and blend those shades together. And going back in with that original mint shade. And I'm going to give it a wash of colour on the lid. Sorry, I don't know why I keep losing my voice. I think when I teach bar, I use my energy in my voice. And I think lately I've just been going at it a little bit too like, ah! Right, I'm going to do the exact same thing for that little pop of shimmer. I'm going to go in with the gold shade right here. Just a little dab, dab, dab. Like so. I think I actually prefer the green eye. I don't know, guys. Which one is your fave? Just going to go and clean that up. Alright, while we're here, I'm just going to highlight the brow bone. I'm going to go in with the gold shade right here. Alright, let's go on to this winged eyeliner. I'm using the Rimmel Glam Eyes. I was using the e.l.f. one for a while, but the tip was too thick. I like this one because you can make it really precise. I think I breathed. Why is winged liner so stressful? Pretty even. What a first. Then I'm going to go in with mascara. I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Does anyone else blink a lot when they put on mascara? I'm going to put on lashes right now because why not? No rules. I haven't noticed as well when I pop on eyelashes, I like to focus them on the outer edge because I just think it looks really nice and flirty and makes your eyes look snatched. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's move on to the face. I've already moisturized. Give it a spritz with MAC Prep and Prime. And then going to go in with some primer. I'm going to use this one by Collection, and I am going to mention very shortly about the Collection range. I believe you can only get it in the UK. I'm going to find out if you can get it on Amazon because it's a really good brand. When I finally get to go back to England, I'm going to see if I can pick up a bunch of their products and do like a whole face using Collection, because I always use their concealer. But I am going to do some research, and when I find out, I will let you know. I'm going in with the Maybelline Superstay foundation. I love this. It's super full coverage. So I'm going to just take one pump on the back of my hand, and I'm going in with my Morphe blender brush. Sponge. I'm just going to work that into the skin. Cover up this mild sunburn. And again, all of that was just one pump. It's just so good. I love it. Then going into concealer, I'm first going to go in with my Collection. Alright. Going in with the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade Fair. This is the lightest one they do. I'm just going to put that on my blemishes. Leave that chilling, you know how we do. Hi, I'm Hayley, I'm weird and goofy. And then I'm going to go in with concealer for under my eyes. I'm using the Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C1. Again, very affordable, very great. A lot of people have been comparing it to the Tarte Shape Tape. Personally say that, but I love it and I like the shade range. I believe they came out with more shades as well. Always a winner. Go back in with my Beauty Sponge by Morphe and just work that concealer in. Okay. I'm just going to go and highlight my nose. Going back in with that Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I'm just going to take this down the bridge of my nose. And I try not to take it like too high or too low because I'm trying to make my nose look shorter. And just blend that in. I'm then going to warm up the face. I'm going to go in with the Revolution Concealer in the shade C13, and a little goes a long way. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit on my cheeks. And a little bit on my forehead. I'm just using a beauty sponge for this. Five hours later, I think we're blended. And then I'm going to set the under eye. I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Fair Clair. I'm going to tap some into the lid. Then I'm going to lightly tap some on the back of my hand. And just working this into the under eye area. I'm pulling it slightly down. And on the chin. Especially on our new friend here. So weird. And then I'm going to go underneath where we warmed up earlier, / contoured. And then with that, I lightly dust it away. Don't want anything too harsh. Set the rest of my face. I'm going in with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade Transparent. And then I'm going to go in with bronzer. I'm using the Rimmel bronzer. With bronzer, I like to tap it in so it doesn't disturb any of that work we did earlier. Again, focusing on my nose. Drag this down my neck. Try and cover this questionable sunburn. Then I'm going to go in and contour just slightly. I'm going in with my NYX powder contour kit and I'm using the shade right here called Sculpt on this angled fluffy brush. And I like to focus it on just this very outer edge, very, very lightly. And just use circular motion sweeping in. Very edge of my nose. Down the bridge of my nose, I'm using that same shade. I'm just going in with this fluffy angled brush. Dab it on the back of my hand. Very lightly. Go down the sides of my nose. And I'm going to finish these eyes. Oh, hello, love. So I'm going to go back into the Jaclynhill palette and use the purple shade. And on my purple eye, I'm just going to go in on the lash line. And then just with that fluffy brush I was using earlier, I'm going to tap in lightly. Back in that same shade and just smoke it out just a little. Same thing on the other side, still with the Jaclynhill palette. Same brush, I just swirled it off onto one side. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, this nice aqua shade, and just go in on the lower lash line. And then smoking it out with the blender brush with a little bit more of the product on. I'm going to go in with an old eyebrow pencil as a lip liner because no rules. There's no rules on my channel, no rules. Apart from be kind to each other, obviously. And then I'm going to go in with one of these little elf matte lipsticks I keep talking about. It's just such a good little collection. You get these really nice shades, very wearable. This is in the shade Praline. Now that is a little darker than what I did the other day. Let's lighten it up. I'm going to go in with the NYX liquid lip in the shade Lipli. Oh, I should have highlighted before. Why did I do that? I normally like to highlight this area before I put on lip stuff because it makes your lips look bigger. I'm going to go in with a gloss over top. This one is actually from Primark. As you can see, it was £1.50. I believe they have Primark in the US. Again, I just put some on the back of my hand and then I'm going to place it on the lips. Then we are going to highlight, baby. I'm first going to go in with this little gold shimmery loose pigment. I don't know what brand it is, where it's from. I've literally had it forever. I believe NYX do really good loose powders, so I'm sure they have a gold. I'm just going to pop that in that inner corner, like so. And again, just going over that eyebrow highlight, just for added pop. Why not? Super wearable look. You could go to Publix, Walmart, your Asda, your Sainsbury's. Casual day in, just whack this look on. I'm then going to go in with the Maybelline single eyeshadow in the shade Soft Pearl. I'm just going to use that on a fan brush and just highlight my cheeks. I just really like this colour because your girl's hella pale. So I can't use like golden highlights really. You know, like the true gold. Because all the highlights for paler girls like myself, they tend to always go with a pink. And I'm not always feeling the pink vibes, you know what I mean? And then I'm just going to go back in with that smaller brush. I'm going to highlight my nose. Down the bridge and then a little dot in the centre. I'm going to see if I can highlight my Cupid's bow, having already done my lips. Give it a go. Oh, not bad. We did it. We survived. I can need a little bit more warmth, so I'm going in back with that Rimmel bronzer. I'm just going to work it slightly more into my skin. I'm just so pale. The girl I worked on the ship with, she called me Paley Haley. Very cute. Alright, this is the finished look. I still don't know what I'm going to call this yet. Someone said I looked like a unicorn on Instagram, so maybe I'll go with the unicorn vibes. I don't know. Again, if you liked this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Comment below what you want to see next, and please subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Mwah!